of Once Upon a Game Season 2, where we are playing Inspectres, Jared Sorensen's awesome game. So for those who don't know, my name is Eric. I'm EricVulgaris here on the internet. Once Upon a Game is a storytelling one-shot show where we feature cool little indie games and play the hell out of them for the evening. Never to return to them again. So this is going to be kind of like a movie where this is it. We're only going to do this one take here, and like a sand mandala fiction, we're going to wipe it away, leaving only this VOD, I guess, left to for other people to watch in the future. Couple things about Once Upon a Game. We tried. There's no like rules requirements as far as like knowing the rules beforehand for games, or like owning the materials or anything like that. It's mostly just like a facilitator would know the rules. But if you know the rules, that's great. If you never role played a game before, that's totally fine too. I like to provide tips and stuff about how you could learn how to role play for your first time, like steal from everything you've ever read or seen. Don't be afraid to be obvious or cliche, and always say the first thing that comes to your head as like big things. But before we move on and everything, I want to get a chance to meet and talk to my guests here today, because we have a full house on Once Upon a Game tonight. Starting with my left is Arthur, AP Gaming. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Cosplaying my character.
Yes, I see that. How
I'm not dead yet, so that's nice.
Yeah. And, well, have you played Inspectres yet?
I have not. I watched your other Inspectres playthrough.
That's right. You were telling me. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Okay. Great. Well, I'm excited for this. Inspectres is a game about Ghostbusters meets The Office, I guess, is a way of putting it. You're playing a startup ghostbusting firm that has like a TV crew that follows them along. So if you ever seen Cops or something like that, or The Office, where you can like cut to a scene where someone's standing in front of the camera, talking directly to you, the audience, that's what this game is. So it's going to be cool. Thank you, Arthur. To my right is RP Glory's Brad. Hey, how are you doing, RP Glory?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Pleasure to be on.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. How you been?
Pretty good. I've been keeping busy.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was catching a couple of your shows and stuff. I saw your Microscope a while back. I saw your what is it? Something about Waterdeep?
Oh, Taking Waterdeep.
Yeah, Taking Waterdeep. What's that about?
Yeah, it's a 5e game, high level, intrigue heavy, and the characters are literally trying to take over the city of Waterdeep.
Wow, that seems pretty difficult.
Yeah.
It's like a typical task. Yeah. Great.
I haven't played Inspectres before. It's like completely new to me. But the concept behind it sounds awesome, and so I'm raring.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. This game was a huge influence to folks like designers like John Harper. This game has been around for a long time. It's not a new game, but everyone who plays it has a pretty good time, and that's why I like playing it. I want to play more of it. I think this is a great game. I think with a little bit of tender love and care, this game could make a really great like actual hackable for Twitch kind of show. So I'm gonna keep that in mind a little bit when we play, about how to do how to influence the game a little bit for that. So if you guys have any suggestions by the end of the game, I'd love to hear them as well, guys. And anyways, we still got two more guests to introduce. To my bottom left is Brad. Brad, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic tonight.
Awesome. Yes, Brad was on our show not that long ago playing Lovecraft-esque. And did I spelled Bradley right? It's Nakamura, right?
It's perfect. Yeah, it's Nakamura.
Yes, got it. Awesome.
I know I look really Japanese, and it's just so confusing, but...
No, hopefully I typed things right.
It's perfect.
Earlier I said Brad was bread, so I'm kind of skeptical about my typing abilities today. So, yeah. Awesome. Brad, you don't have any experience with Inspectors, right?
Absolutely none.
Awesome. But Brad has played a few games before, so I'm sure we'll be able to make something work. And last but not least, we have Mike. We have slash Riga. Wants to go by Riga, so I'll change his name. Hey, what's up? You are a long-time viewer, first-time player.
Yeah, long-time viewer, first-time caller. Great to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good to be on. I have seen the first Inspectors game you ran, which was pretty fun. Yeah, I like the concept. I think it's a really good idea. Definitely has some elements for both horror and comedy, which is fun. A lot of story stuff. So happy to start playing, man. It'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I think it's going to be a really good time. So we're excited to do this. Let's go over here to the tentative play screen. So guys, for Inspectors, actually before we go into Inspectors, there's one kind of like meta rule that always happens in our games. It's the X card / the veil, because if you're ever uncomfortable with anything like that, drop an X like this with your hands, or a little tiny one, or to be like, hey, can we X that out, or whisper me somehow.
When my flight attending you, like.
and when you should use the X card is whenever you're very just extremely uncomfortable with the source material of whatever someone brings forward, because this is a one shot. We're strangers. We may have played together, we may not have, and even if we have played together, we're different people, and we don't always know what's in our heads and what makes us tick and what our problems are or anything like that. So if there's anything that you do, excuse me, weird mouth thing. If there's anything that is discomforting to you in our play, let us know so we can take care of it, because the worst experiences you have in a game are when you are uncomfortable and you don't speak up, and you're just kind of like suffering through this thing of this material that you don't like. And we want to avoid that, right? So if you're ever uncomfortable, that's like the number one rule of the show. Do we agree to it? Because it's only as good as if we agree to it. If we're willing
to have fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay. That's sort of like the social contract thing of gaming. Okay, cool, great. So now we can begin Inspectors. So to begin Inspectors, we're going to need to do two things. We're going to need to start coming up with our characters, and we're going to have to come up with our franchise. So basically, we're going to just go around and ask some questions and here like that. Also, off the bat, Inspectors should be like a startup company, so we probably should be a little small. It's a one-shot as well. I think having a small company seems really fun. Do we have character ideas at all? Because maybe we have some character ideas, we can do some franchise. Or if we have a franchise idea, we could flip it. I don't know. I'm gonna open the floor. What do you guys want?
I think, having not heard all the characters yet, I'd rather start by building the franchise.
Yeah, I agree. We should build some little fun franchise and figure out how we get there.
Okay, cool. So, like, the franchise is supposed to be, like, your actual office and base and stuff like that. Normally, in an extended game of Inspectors, will be what gets built up with the dice that you get on missions. If you're ever familiar with Darkest Dungeon, it's very similar to, like, building up your town by spending dice. That is... So, for purposes of a one-shot, we don't have to worry about that too much. But we still should have a fictional idea of where we're coming from. So, are we a main office? Are we just a startup operation? I know I thought it'd be cool to do startup operation, but what do we want to have a name brand? Are we like a subsidiary?
I have a suggestion that might be politically relevant for the moment.
Okay, I'm listening.
Oh.
I would like
politics.
to be broadcasted via the C-SPAN 3 network. We're like a federally deputized version of Inspectors.
Oh, you're like the local county government.
We're literally
like animal control.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's literally like Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I love what I'm getting.
Go on C-SPAN 3.
Are we
C-SPAN for the winners.
Give out a pamphlet, like, if you have supernatural problems, please contact your local blah, blah,
So
blah.
we're going to be a small town, like, animal control.
I was thinking not maybe a small town animal control, like a statewide organization, but yeah.
Okay.
Something, maybe not every town needs its own individual paranormal activity.
You could do it like we like they're all in the city, but we've branched out into the suburbs, and we're like moving into suburban residences.
See, I thought it would be even funnier if you guys were just some small town, like quaint little
Like-
local, like funded by
Okay,
partial
yeah, I'm
local
down with
property
that.
taxes.
If we want to Stardew Valley this, let's do it.
Yeah.
When you describe that, I'm thinking the middle of Texas, like 2 days from anywhere, in the middle of some random town or something.
Yeah, so like I'm just thinking of like what kind of funding a state group would have versus what
Not
like
a
a
lot.
local
Terrible.
Yeah, they could be terribly
That's true, too.
underfunded.
It could be like Alabama. No offense,
Some
to
of our
anyone from
confessionals
Alabama.
our confessionals are calls for
Please-
like donation drives.
Please step into
It's not just that I'm like Enrique's character. I saw him beating up a man in a back alley.
No, that's
but
why.
you can also have this mug for $5.
No, that's why you are. That's why we're being filmed. It's sort of like a way to get money as like a show.
if we can do that thing, like, while because we don't have the funding, we estimate this many people have had problems we couldn't deal with. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
The house you exercise may just be your own.
You can play some really sad Sir McLaughlin songs.
We are totally setting up to do our Ghostbusters commercial where we just awkwardly like call us today.
I'm digging it. Okay. I'm liking this a lot, guys. That's good. Thank
When
you.
you're like small franchise, we don't really have an office. I'm like, luckily one of us owns a chicken shop. Step into the kitchen. This is our office.
So I'm gonna just make.
And who are you gonna?
I
Oh wait,
figure
that
we
somebody else
probably
owns
have an
that.
office
Who else are you gonna call?
Local government complex.
So let's do.
They're the people you call because there's no one else.
So are we gonna do? Did we say state government?
State's good.
Department. So what's the name of our department?
Okay. Does someone have like can someone think of like a real like government-y name? Like maybe try and get an acronym
Department
out
of
of it?
Special Investigations.
Bessie?
Well, I love the idea of like, oh my god, so you're actually like law enforcement,
Yeah.
but like you clearly have no jurisdiction over it.
We have security guard level of
Yeah, exactly,
authority.
right? Like you guys are like over
Yeah, like our
Like,
town.
I know what I'm doing, man.
super justified mall cops.
Get out of my house.
Yeah.
Halt, or I'll tell you to halt again.
Citizens arrest.
So
For some reason, I liked.
you
I
say
thought the
special-
ominous slogan. There's an ominous slogan like "Call us because there's no one else."
Did you say Department of Special Investigations?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may or may not have ripped that straight out of Dresden, so.
Yeah, but I guess like the
that's fine.
acronym DESI sounds so pitiful.
I love the idea that we're not even really backed up by that much law yet. Like, there was a law establishing that this organization would exist, but there's
Oh,
there's
yeah,
not really
yeah,
much
there's
actual
no
funding.
laws on the
Yeah, there's
floor.
like no funding. There's like no oversight. You guys have
We
like
got
a
an
ban.
email like a month ago. We haven't heard from them, but
Right.
last they said we had some power. It's all good.
Yeah, we're basically relying on jurisprudence here to get our stuff done.
Our actual oversight committee sent us an email 3 weeks ago, and we haven't been able to get a reply.
Yeah. This is at the end we find out that they cancelled it the whole time and everything we did was illegal and we're all going to prison. We had no decision to do any of it.
So
Spoilers.
Oh, if we are going to do an acronym, I like DSI. I think it's pretty good. But another option might be Department of Haunting Urban Division, so it's DUD.
Department of Hauntings, Urban Division. Oh man. So it's dud.
It's
Yeah.
done.
Excuse me, man. We're with Dud.
We're with done.
I am a Dud agent.
How do we? I like this a lot. I'm a sucker for acronyms. I worked for the government for a while, so like I like it. I appreciate a good acronym.
I did training to be a teacher, so all the education stuff is like this acronym and this acronym and this acronym. It's like
People love acronyms in the real world. Man, it's just like that is.
I have a feeling someone really just wanted our name to be Shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
Department of
shit.
Haunting, Urban Division.
Reference.
Primo. Okay. So Department of Haunting, Urban Division. So we are a state
Funded question mark?
state funded organization. Oh man, that's too good.
I love that they're being filmed, but we're not sure if it's sanctioned or not. Like maybe they didn't hire the film crew; they just thought this was a good story.
Where's our franchise located, and how many people work there? Is it just us?
Oh yeah, it's gotta be, right?
Can someone have like a sibling who runs the phones or something, who doesn't get any pay and thinks that I don't know?
You have an intern?
It's an intern, but it's like a family member or something. Like someone's mom. Someone's mom runs the phones.
No, I think it's my little cousin. One of those annoying cousins you can't get rid of, like a 13-year-old, and we just throw them on the phones. Is like daycare.
That's what I mean. It's like summer. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like summer, and it's just some mom just dropped him off, and they're like, well, we can't get rid of this kid. So
Now I'm just picturing like
back.
I'm picturing like a 420 elite blazer 14-year-old running the phones and abusing people. But
oh my god,
that's.
So
I'm imagining it's being located like above a Kinko's or something. Like,
oh, Kinko's!
Was there a last? I think my last game
The
was
whole
above a
thing
Kinko's.
last time was sponsored by Kinko's.
Yes. That's right. It was sponsored by Kinko's.
Which means I had to Google what Kinko's was.
Oh yeah.
it's like either that or we're in somebody's parents' like basement. I don't know.
Oh, no. I don't know. I like being attached to a business, just something different. Like I don't know.
I
Like
like
we're in
that
the
you
back
guys are
room
like
of a
operating in like the basement of like like another department.
So they made a store and they gave it like an underground parking garage, but they never use it because no one goes there. So we just have an underground parking garage as the office, no walls.
Yeah, that's how you call it, an open floor plan.
Yeah, it's an open.
It's open.
All of our desks are standing desks because we don't have chairs.
Our cubicles are divided by which pillars we're next to that hold up the ceiling.
You're gonna talk to Gary. He's at 23G.
No, we're like, okay, guys, this is really important. We can't let anyone know about this, as it echoes out of all the exits to the place. This is
In
a
the
concrete
underground-
hollow room.
So it's got to be an underground parking of another like official government building.
Yeah, it's of the actual police station.
We're the courthouse. I mean, lots of like local small
I was
towns.
gonna
Oh,
say,
that makes sense.
I feel like we could be surrounded by like actual law enforcement, and we're like the joke that they put in the basement. I
Yeah,
keep
that's
feeling
what I
they
mean.
came down with donuts. Like,
I also like the
like
idea
office-
that there are a few people that work there who use the parking lot. So okay, like every like at 9 o'clock, like a few cars coming to drive through the office.
Right.
I just got
That
this
happened,
is
bro.
like this is
You're
a
not gonna
place
film that,
where
right?
it's a place where like dads bring their daughters to like learn how to parallel park.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The driving authority, like whatever it's called in America.
Yeah, it's the driving authority. Yeah.
Yeah, the roads and traffic authority.
The DMV does their driving tests like by ourselves.
Yeah, you got to do the parking
right.
right in the actual garage underneath,
Oh,
and you can leave your car there while you go out and.
oh.
We're trying to be real serious talking about ghosts, and there's someone getting their car inspected. Like, do the lights work? And it's like flashing on our faces.
oh
Even
no,
worse-
that'd be even better because they're like, you're the inspectors, right? And we're like, no,
Yeah.
we're the inspectors.
Yes. Yeah, so people keep bringing your cars.
Right.
It's like, God, stop bringing.
People just walk up with their permits like, yeah, I've got my 60 hours. I'm ready to
Yeah, 'cause we can still call it inspectors because we're the urban division, so it's inspectors, dud. You know.
So yeah, and I mean we are at the DMV or like / courthouse, so like people will be showing
now-
up there, and obviously they don't know where the line starts, so people just show up and like, are like they looking for like where their ticket is. Or, like I can't find Q14. I thought it was down here.
I love the idea that someone's driving through, not paying attention. They get a turn to a parking space, and there's someone sitting there at a desk, just
Yeah.
looking at them from the parking space.
And it's 20. So like I think it's gonna be 2016, right? It should be. I like the idea
Yeah,
of
yeah,
2016.
just make it now.
You guys are using like super old ass Dell with like the very thick monitors. You know, what I'm talking like the CRT monitors.
Oh, yeah.
So
They all have Windows XP on them.
So I think this answers the next question. Then, who runs the show? Is one of you guys a boss, or is there a boss?
Like, I don't know how to say, like, there could be a boss who, like, he has an office upstairs in the DMV, it's all air-conditioned and stuff, he just comes down here and talks to us, yells at us about paperwork and goes back. Doesn't do anything. He's the boss in name only. He just
I like
likes
the
his
i-
office.
Okay.
I like the idea of a boss that we reference in dialogue, but no one ever actually sees.
the boss.
I got
Like, we're on camera and we're like, yeah, Gary. And everyone's like, oh, man, Gary was there last week. And oh.
Do you remember Gary's birthday party? That was a hoot.
Reference.
Like
Reference, but
someone
never
walks
seen.
around a corner on camera and is like, I just talked to Gary.
Yeah. Every now and then we see a suit disappearing around the corner, but you never see their face. It's like,
What if
that's
Gary-
totally Gary.
I know. I would love if Gary was actually a ghost.
Oh no.
Brilliant. A ghost trying to take over the world by eliminating all the other ghosts.
So, do you guys have any competition?
Maybe
I thought we were
there's
more of a
talk.
joke. I thought we
Is
were
there
more of
like
a
a
joke.
private? Is there like a private enterprise
Right,
trying to?
right. I think maybe there's a private franchise that's like they're in talks of moving in, or like they're
What if
considering.
there's like a private franchise who operates in the cities and do awesome work and are really popular, and they're talking about expanding out here, and it's like they're just
it's
going to
like
really
Uber.
Yeah, they're Uber. They're Uber. They just haven't moved to the suburbs yet.
It's like Haunter. It's like Haunter.
Yeah, it's Haunter. Brilliant. They have to have a logo that looks just like Ghostbusters, but it's Haunter the Pokemon.
No, there's no E in Haunter. It's got to end with
no.
an R.
Oh yeah, sure.
Capital R. Haunter.
Capital
It's like
R.
Uber for ghosts. Okay.
All their
So what-
videos get 50 million hits.
Yeah.
Go viral.
Uber for ghosts.
They have like GoPros attached to their what's the Ghostbusters thing called, the proton packs? Like it's like a first.
First
like a-
person shooter.
Yeah, it's like a first-person shooter. It's like got GoPros attached to themselves on their chest and on their guns, and
Oh.
It's okay though. We don't have surge pricing, so
no, yeah, exactly.
You know.
But they're literally like cops. Like they maybe even have like TV. Like they're brilliant. Everyone loves them. They do all this intense stuff, and
I
they're
feel like Haunter rides around on segways.
Oh no.
The
they're trying to be
tactical
cool.
Have you
tactical
seen
segways.
those? Have you seen those German assault teams that roll around on segways with like P90s?
No,
I
but
feel like
That
maybe
sounds terrifying.
yeah, they go 12 miles an hour with P90s and they do precision shooting. I feel like these guys are like the Blackwater of like paranatural groups. They like roll into a room real quick and just do like drive-by
the
ghostbusting.
paranormal, paramilitary.
Yeah, like they're like flashbanging. They're like go go
Yeah,
go.
they
go.
raid.
Yeah, no, it's
Hey,
Haunter.
all over in 20
It's Haunter.
seconds.
It's the Paramount paranormal paramilitary. I need another para. Para company. I don't know.
I went to Paradise, but it doesn't work.
Paradise,
Trying to make
yeah.
Paradise.
That's how they market themselves.
Yeah, I love the idea that they do full-on raids. Like there's cameras and they're all stacked up on a door and blow the lock, bang, and they all
Yeah.
run in and it's all over in 20 seconds. It's super intense.
No, I like the idea that they never use the door. They always have to they never open it. They always break down every door they go
Yeah.
They
through.
break down every door.
Or go through every window with a grappling rappel, even if it's like the first floor.
It's like 9 a.m. in the office, and it's like quiet with all their computers and desks, and then the door blows in, and they walk into work and smashes them.
And there's like a dude drinking coffee going by, like, "Hey Phil."
They're like, okay, seriously, they don't do
Normal.
that, but that's how they do the intro to the show. They're known for busting and
Yeah.
stuff. They made their intro like them busting into work in awesome ways.
like ESPN, like the old ESPN commercials. No, is that too much of a niche thing? Like when they have the
Actually,
mascots and
don't
stuff
surprise
going
me.
around doing crazy stuff, and the rest of the people are just typing away in their cubicles.
I have to go mute for a second just because my dog's
Yeah,
going to go
no
off in a
problem.
second.
Okay. So I need to know what kind of gear do we have access to, and what do we use for transportation?
I think we've established we have like really outdated, like 2 decades old gear.
Yes,
But
we
maybe
have-
we have like one really nice like car van. Like the city couldn't afford to give us any good gear, but we have a really nice ride.
We got an
Rip.
Oh, did he freeze?
Oh, right.
Brad, come back to us.
I feel bad because it looked like he was about to say something really cool.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Am I back? Can you...
Hey, you're coming
Yes.
back a little bit. Or
Oh,
you were there and then you weren't.
I gotta change this ridiculous table setup. Excuse my camera going everywhere. Okay.
So we were talking about what kind of gear we would have.
Well, shouldn't we? I guess we should probably wait. Is this for like what we'd get given for the franchise, or like what we'd have because of who we are? You know, like are they different things?
No, this would be pretty similar.
Okay, so should we talk a little bit about characters then? If it's like
Yeah, maybe
what-
we'll come back to that. We do establish that we're gonna have some pretty outdated fucking ghost hunting gear, right?
I assumed
sure.
Yeah.
we're running XP. I assume we're you know.
Yeah.
Cutting
Well, hey,
There's a
cutting
Matrix
edge for the
stuff in
government.
Mm.
And do we have a specialty? Are we just I feel like ghosts, vampires, demons, or cryptozoology?
I know everyone goes straight to ghosts, but it'd be interesting if there was something else. Like, there's like this world doesn't have ghosts; they have like little demons or something that jumps in. But we like take care of little imps and shit. Like nothing serious. Like there's like archdemons that pop up, and
I mean,
once it goes into
Madness Month, man. It's gotta be stuff.
You guys have to like clean out like haunted like parking meters.
eldritch stuff. We take care of eldritch stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe people, like, accidentally form n-dimensional barriers in their house, and it just builds up energy until, like, there's tentacles coming
Like,
out of the coffee machine, lifting
Cults are really popular right now. They're really in.
super popular with the eminent election of Trump. Rather than moving to Canada, everybody's
People
just
are trying anything to stop him getting elected. Like, they're going to hell. It's like, this isn't... If Trump gets elected, I'm going to hell. You know, like, I'm not
It'll
saying...
be better.
So you're trying to get footage for like the anti-ritual.
I'm allowed to make Trump jokes because I'm not an
That's going to
American.
be like the public.
Yeah, I feel like our public service announcements are all like, "Don't be a cultist. This is what you do when you go a cult. It's not worth it."
This is
All the teenage kids aren't cultists because that's too mainstream. They're all normal
God.
people.
The confessionals could be like Dog the Bounty Hunter style, where you're riding in the car with the guy you just arrested, and you're like,
So we're on the way.
"Listen, man, I've seen this problem before. You really just have to lay off the smack."
I'm in the jail.
I know you're going to jail, bud, but we can get you out. You just have to pay your bills, and I'll get you some help.
like someone
Stop
like
culting. Just stop.
the confessional starts with you like just sitting in a chair. We honestly can't figure out the solution because we can't stop them doing blood magic when they have blood in them. We can't take it away.
Oh my god. Gay Kiwi. That's amazing. I'm gonna link this to everyone in our chat here.
Good.
Gary, Department of Haunting Urban Division.
That's awesome.
That is
Gary.
awesome.
That's amazing.
Gary's the
Thank
worst.
you. Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
That makes us look so much more official.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
what it takes. We have a badge. We're official.
I've been sitting here in my chair thinking, like, man, I wish we were Haunter. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
a good
jealous
attitude.
of them.
That's the good attitude to go in with.
Hey, man, I know you want to go private, bro, but let me tell you something. Working for the United States government is an honor. You got to serve your country, man.
Oh, you're gonna be that guy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna be that guy.
let's start doing our characters now. Let's do our characters. So to start doing our characters, there's gonna be a couple things. First, we're gonna do is just give us our 4 stats. You should have 9 points to basically spend. For those at home who don't know what we're doing right now, so inspectors, every agent has 4 skills. They're the same skills for everybody. There's academics, which is like your smarts. There's athletics, which is anything physical. There's technology, which involves anytime you're using any sort of tech. And then there's contacts, which is sort of like anytime you're using, hey, I know somebody, or, you know, your ability to talk to, like, normal people. Those are, like, your 4 major skills. You have 9 points to throw them in, and what happens when you spend points is that gives you a die pool. And this might be a good time to talk about the mechanics of the game. So, the way this game works is that it's very player-driven in terms of what happens on screen is what you declare as a player. The amount of leeway you are given depends on your die roll. So kind of like Blades in the Dark, you're going to be rolling a bunch of dice, and you're going to be trying to get the highest die number possible. They're D6s, right? So if you get a 6, whatever happens, it happens exactly how you describe it, and you get extra franchise dice. You're trying to collect franchise dice by the end. It's like franchise dice are like Pokemon in this game. You want to collect them all.
We want to be Haunter. We get it. We want to get it.
So a 6 means that whatever you describe is right. 5 is like whatever you mostly describe, and it just gets a gradient more and more, right? Until 1 is like you're gonna, something bad happens. I as a GM get to describe the consequences moving forward, right?
That's the
So the more dice you roll, the more likely you are to succeed, because you're more likely to get a 6, right? And once again, you're only counting the highest. So every time you roll, you're only getting the highest, just like Blades.
Yep.
So that's sort of like what we're doing. That's how the game's going to work, and that's why you're going to be divvying out your stats. Okay, so we have 4 players. It would be cool if we all like focused on like one skill, but you know, it's also a one-shot. I don't really care. If we have overlapping things, that's fine too. All right. So, what do we want to do?
Okay, cool. AP, if you want to change, if you want to be that character, I mean, with the setting, I don't know if mine works anymore. I'm happy to swap it up. I don't really care.
Oh no, I'm gonna be the winger. I'm gonna
Okay.
wing it.
I'm trying to think if mine still works. It might.
And I was thinking, I was like, a new hire has no idea about this stuff, but
The rookie?
is
Welcome,
vaguely
Greenhorn.
competent. Like, he graduated into the top third of his class at Dry.
I actually liked when the new guy's the most competent, but everyone treats him like a rookie. It's like, yeah, you're getting better, kid, as the kid does everything.
Well, yeah, you're the youngest person on the force, even though you're the most competent, right? So like everyone's like, yeah, whatever, rookie. We've been here for whatever. Yeah.
It's like, rookie, I just took down this building by myself. You guys were getting ice cream. It's like, yeah, we know what we're doing.
So I'm just gonna put the rookie down here for now until you have a name, right? Or
Yeah,
come back to the name.
Okay.
Basically, what did so here's a couple questions to think about. This is how we should frame it. What is your name? What did you do before you joined the Department of Haunting Urban Division? Right. Those are the two things that we should be coming up with right off the bat, and then of course your stats.
I have something I want to throw out here, by the way, since we never finished talking about what the vehicle was.
Oh yeah.
You know how a bunch of police were given like military vehicles by the Pentagon? I feel like we should have an MRAP that has absolutely...
Is that a mine-resistant vehicle?
Yeah, and it's got
Okay.
like machine guns and stuff, and we can't use any of it because none of it works against like the Cthulhu monsters. But we
Yeah, that's
literally
amazing.
have to pay like hundreds of dollars to gas this thing, and then like slow roll it through town without crushing other vehicles, and get special parking spots.
Well, okay.
To drive that thing, someone's
Well,
going to need a drive talent. Like,
in
look at
order
that thing.
in order to do that, where we're going, since you proposed that, the MRAP, you're going to have to roll a I think you have to roll. If you want that, I guess that'd be technology. Technically, you would have to roll a technology roll and see what happens. If you get a 6, it's how it is, and if it's not, then I get to describe circumstances about it.
Well, it's like, it could also be context for someone to get it from. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh no, it's gonna no. You have the MRAP, right? Like the MRAP is going to happen. It's just what writers are attached to the MRAP is up to this technology roll. Okay.
So is it
Does
the
that make
number of
sense?
points in technology I have is how many dice I get to roll?
Correct.
Okay, and I take the best dice out of that?
Yeah. So this is something that happens in the franchise creation. Anybody who puts forward an idea is the person who gets to roll, not anyone else. So it's not always the highest person with the highest technology gets to do it. It's
I don't think
whoever
I did that right.
the idea creator person is the person who makes the roll. So you got a 3.
No, I tried to... There we go. I got a 5.
Okay, so a 5's pretty good. So there is a catch. There's one minor drawback to it.
The whole thing is a catch.
No, you get to describe the result as okay, but it's just not amazing. So yeah, so it is the MRAP
Yep.
vehicle.
The vehicle.
Mine resistant. What is it? Mine resistant.
Ambush patrol vehicle.
Sure.
I like that we were useless, but we had this super impressive vehicle. So it looks good till we get out.
So is this some kind of like APC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you can just Google MRAP and it'll show up. It's a gigantic vehicle.
It'll show you why it should not be in a suburban area for the urban division.
I don't know. The second result is for sale, so you know.
MRAP, military surplus, APC.
God, do we get into like a police auction?
I actually kind of like that. We
yeah.
went to just an auction.
I think that like the State Department or like somebody like you weren't supposed to. No, I think there was a mix-up, right? Like you weren't supposed to get it. Like the state troopers were supposed to get it, and you ended up just getting it. Because somebody wrote like another urban like was supposed to give it to a different urban division, and somehow you got it.
Wait, hold on.
And everything else is tied
Haunter
up
was
in
supposed
paperwork.
to get it. Haunter was supposed to get it. It's the one thing we have over them. We got their car.
Oh yes, does it say Haunter on it?
Yeah,
It says Haunter and it's spray painted.
Yeah,
And
totally see it.
it says spray painted under Haunter. Haunter sucks.
Stuck it, Haunter. No, suck it, Haunter, because we
So
have
is that
guy.
our complication that the vehicle belonged to somebody else and we don't actually own it?
They may want it
no,
back.
so you got a 5, which means you get to describe the result as is, right? So it's pretty much as is. But now I feel like now that Riga put forward that it was supposed to belong to Haunter, but you guys I think you legally have it.
Sure.
It's just
I think we legally have it.
yeah.
You know, it's like Monopoly, a counting error in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to be for Haunter. You guys have it.
Someone slipped up on that paperwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe it's at like an auction, and they totally put in the highest bid, but it was invalidated for some reason. So our like the most we could afford got it.
Yeah. The next highest bid of half that amount.
Nice. Okay, so awesome. Yep, we got an MRAP.
Yeah.
So let's what are we doing for our characters still? So Brad's thinking about playing like a rookie type character who
Yeah.
is kind of like a gung ho, competent
Yeah.
person. Right now,
I was
any other
thinking of-
ideas coming along?
Well, I mean, not gung ho. I mean, he's there for the paycheck. You know that's he was excited that he gets $10 an hour to go chase something that he doesn't think really exists.
Awesome.
And on TV.
On TV, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
He's trying to launch his acting career. This was the way in. You are going to be hosting like The Bachelor in like 15 years.
Love it.
I've got an idea for a character. He refers to himself as Sergeant Tim Carlson. He's not a sergeant. He's a former campus security, but like a community college campus security
We
officer.
just picked up Paul Blart Mall Cop.
And he thought, maybe he like couldn't handle community college campus politics, or he just
It was
hated
It
undergrad.
was too intense.
It was too
Could
intense.
not handle.
And he just like couldn't deal with college kids anymore. So he was like, "F this! I'm gonna get a real job.
I mean,
I'm gonna work
when
for the government."
When they were goths and everything, that's one thing. But now they're all straight laced, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, can't stand these weird hipster tomes. And
Yeah, exactly.
What
What kind
was
of
your character's
cultists like
name? It
normal
was
people?
Sergeant what?
Sergeant Tim Carlson.
Tim Carlson.
Awesome.
Just shouted one day, "Your hair is not ironic. It's just stupid. I can't take this anymore."
But a guy with a comb over, like a preppy boy cut.
Yeah, like very much like a Paul Blart, only like
More
more like military gung ho person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and
my
you,
original.
yeah, so you were never a sergeant. Like, so do you go by?
Yeah.
Like, do you always request people to call you by sergeant?
He introduces himself as such.
Oh, yeah, totally. He's like, "Hello, I'm Sergeant Carlson,"
Yeah.
and yeah, that's his default way. He might have business cards squirreled away somewhere. He's not shameless enough to use them anymore, but he's totally got them.
Of course. Okay. Oh, that's funny. That's good. That's rich. I like that a lot. Awesome. So what else are we coming up with characters?
My original concept was like to be an old man, an old academic who was like at the back end of everything in his life. Like, he used to do cool stuff. He used to go on adventures, maybe have stuff in ancient history, archaeology. He was basically supposed to be. He used to be Sean Connery from what is it again?
He
Last
played
Crusade.
Sean Connery at one point in an old movie.
Yeah, he was no, actually, I like that better. He's really intelligent, but he did well at schooling, but he actually just got typecast as an actor to play old men in movies. And now at the end, he's lost all his glory and he wants to be back on TV. So this is his way in. He wants to be back on in the big lights. He's changed my entire character concept. This is it. An old guy who used to be an actor. He did action stuff. He did play Sean Connery in the Last Crusade. But now, this is a television opportunity. He's gonna go in here.
Oh, damn! So you're like a formally trained actor.
Yeah, he's a Shakespearean actor. Or he
Yeah.
was in his prime, which was a long time ago.
Sure. What do you think your character's name will be?
For an old man, for some reason, I'm really liking the name Harvey. So he's gonna be Harvey something.
Okay, I'll put Harvey for now.
Harvey Dent.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you for the follow.
I'll come up with the last name. Give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. So we'll have Harvey. So you are. I wrote D-grade actor. You were always typecast as an old guy looking for
Yeah.
redemption.
He had the Shakespearean presentation, and he had the look. So every like cool old guy was him.
Oh yeah.
So he like typecast as an old guy before he even was an old guy?
Yeah, no, he grayed early. He grayed very early. He was recommended by his agent to finish out the graying, artificially, just to make it look right. Actually, he can look like Christopher Lee. He looks like Christopher Lee. He'll do that.
Oh, and I think for name I'll go with Kevin Jones. Mostly because it's, kind of unremarkable.
What's like what's a name that would be like, it should be a good actor's name? Sorry about my dog. Like a last name, like Harvey something. Like it's just an awesome stage last name.
I mean, obviously Harvey Danger, but
no, because you had a porn star on the last one. Okay?
It needs to be another first name, right?
Yeah, I'm so
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Harvey.
What about James? Harvey James.
James. I just thought your name should be the backward, like. Oh, okay, never mind. That works. Oh yeah, Harvey James.
You were trying to reverse it, like Harvey Yeva.
I was trying to think your name should be Jones Kevin.
Nope.
No. Harvey James.
Yeah, why not? Sounds about right.
Awesome. An AP.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't be an Eric stream if I wasn't also promoting a different Eric stream. So for anybody that watched the last episode of Mistborn that I did, all 4 cast members just started spontaneously talking about times that they were on Eric's stream. And I was like, we gotta wrap up the show here, guys, but we are about to host Eric's, so I guess I'll allow it. And I'm playing a character that's a continuation of my Great and Terrible Renovations. What was it called, Eric?
Yeah, the household renovations of Great and Terrible Power.
Yeah. I'm playing that character that I played, the youngest brother of that family. I'm playing Atticus de Zerara.
Okay, so that problem should be dealt with.
Unstoppable stoner, man. Just like my mom and my grandmom and my sister and my other sister, they're all like oracles and mediums, and the only time I can talk to spirits is when I'm high because I'm imagining them and shit. I call myself a parapsychologist because it's the only way you can get psychologist in your title without going to college.
That's pretty good.
Really, I just use my ability to like talk to people real good, to like talk people down from committing, cultist stuff. I don't really believe in, the spiritual world.
Oh, actually, that's awesome. Okay, sorry.
My spirit animal is Marcus Graham, a.k.a. DJ Wheat. I feel like there's definitely an e-vape at my desk, and it's like, I constantly, every time a camera's around, I have to like hide it, because it's like illegal to have in a state building.
I like the idea you have it, but everyone debates what's in it.
Yeah.
So what percentage of our team actually believes in spirits?
I'm just going to say I do for some reason. Why not?
Yeah,
I'll be in on it.
I believe in our world, like, spirits do exist. Like, it's a thing. It's just like a new, like, it's just like rats.
Maybe it shouldn't be if you believe in them. It should be if you believe they're a problem.
Ooh.
I don't believe in them, man. They're imaginary.
Yeah, I'm hallucinating this giant gash across my chest. Good to know.
Goddamn,
obviously swamp gas.
In the suburbs, yep.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get an education real quick, I'm sure. But
listen, man, if I wanted an education, I would have gone to community college, bro.
All right. So, do we know how we want to distribute our stats?
I'm rethinking mine, but yeah, I actually think I might still max out my academics because he was formerly trained actor and he put himself through like a high level of education and tried to make himself the best possible, and he just gets dumped into this typecast role for the rest of his life.
I picked 1 academics, 1 athletics, 3 technology, and 4 contact.
Yeah, I'm going 4 academics, 3 contact, and 1 tech athletics because he's an old man and he's not kept up to date with this technology stuff.
Okay.
I'm behind the 8 ball here. Hold on. 1 academics, 1 athletics. Atticus. 1 academics, 1
3
athletics.
technology, 4...
4 contacts.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, good luck.
Hey man, if I wanted better street smarts and athletics, I would have gone to community college, man.
All right, Harvey.
It was going to be athletics 1, academics 4, contact 3, and tech 1. He's an old man, not up to date with tech, but he knows a lot of people and can talk well, and he's put himself through higher education. So
that makes sense. Yeah, you're formally trained. Are you like a method actor?
Well, actually, we're talking about special talent. I have an idea for that because I made a joke with my friend at work about this game, and I think I might actually do it. So
cool. That was actually gonna be the next thing once I got everyone's stats. Was like
go through everyone. That's fine.
Okay, so Kevin Jones.
Okay. Academics 1 for sure. Athletics 4, tech 3, because he did come in, the top third of his class.
You're also
That's true.
you're in the younger generation. You get all this stuff.
Yeah, totally. And contacts 1, because I don't know, buddy.
I don't know why they call it a tablet. You can't swallow it.
Actually, that's the ability to talk to people.
God damn it.
Actually, I think I'll change that up. I think I'm gonna go to athletics 3, tech 2, contacts 2.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I joked in the chat that I might have a hat, but I might have a hat for this.
I think you just sold yourself short a point. No. Nope. That's right. 3, 2, 2, 1. That's right. Okay. Sergeant.
I've got.
That's only 8 points. 3, 2, 2, 1, right?
You should have 9 points,
Yeah,
right?
that's only 8.
3, 5, 7, 8.
Wait.
Oh, I can't count. That's right.
Okay, sorry.
You want your tech back to 3?
Can I?
Wait, yeah, wait. That means I've undersold myself too, right?
No, 1143 is 9.
Oh, I've written it down wrong on my page. That's right. That's what it is. One of my ones is I've got a 3. So yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so I'll keep the athletics 4. So academics 1, athletics 4, tech 2,
Contacts 2. Okay, cool. And Sergeant Tim.
Sergeant Tim is academics 2, athletics 3, contact 2, and technology 2. And the only reason academics is 2 is because he sat in on a bunch of those community college classes. He was just sort of.
Oh, were you like a proctor?
No, I don't think he was a proctor. He was just like guarding, but really he was just trying to learn, because he kind of dropped out of high school. He can't officially enroll in community college. He doesn't have his GED.
So everything's 2 except for athletics, which is 3.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And let's go. Let's do snake order. So, what is Sergeant Tim Carlson's special trait?
His special trait. I wanted to do like something related to his past in campus security.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know like how those need to be described. If I can just say like security or like police procedural stuff or what.
Yeah, you could do like police knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, like knowledge law, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's say like police procedure or something, and then that thing. He understands how the justice system is theoretically supposed to work.
Yeah.
You went through the basics. You get the idea.
I'm looking to see if there's anything in the book about that. I'm sure there is, but I don't know where it is. If anybody sees where that is.
It gives examples of what some of them can be. And some of them are things like librarian.
Yeah. Where is that?
Page 11.
Oh, talents.
The talents?
Yeah, there it is, talents. So you're a unique talent.
Yeah, there it is.
Ninja training, librarian, botany, computers, car mechanic.
Ninja training. Giving myself that one as the old man.
Yeah, so let's just say I would say police. Maybe you did police academy training, but you failed out or something.
Sure, couldn't pass the written exam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You have terrible
you're
handwriting.
Police academy trained. That encompasses all the skills that you're talking about.
The differentials in those examples of like librarian and ninja training. I can assassinate people, or I know the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
All right, Kevin Jones, what is your unique trait or your talent?
See, I'm going back and forth between car mechanic and cheesing out and doing something that I think will be super useful.
Well, we're gonna have to run that truck. I mean, like, dude.
True,
Yeah.
but what are you thinking?
Well, I
It's
mean,
Kevin.
super useful would be like track and field. I'm thinking. It's just like
If you
running
ever do
away from that.
anything- Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you like a former track star or something?
Not star, but he did okay.
Okay.
And the problem is he might have been a star. He might have done it might have been turned into a scholarship or something. But you have to get up really early.
I was gonna say you
bag that.
You could always do tragic injury that stops you from being the best, but you're still pretty good.
So how did Kevin join the Dud? Because I feel like I'm getting a little bit more of other people, but like, how did he end up joining the Dud? Did he go to college? Like, he went to DeVry or something? Like,
Yeah.
Like a tech, and then applied or something?
Exactly. I mean,
Okay,
he
this is
just,
his first job. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Did you did track and field for DeVry?
Well,
I got
he did track and field in high school.
Okay.
And then went on to DeVry because he thought like maybe he'd get a nice lucrative job as a car mechanic, and nobody in that was hiring someone right out of school. This is a government job. There's security. It seems like a great deal.
There's good benefits, man. You got dental.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you
The
got
government
this.
job. It's hard to get fired. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
There's a great pension plan that's totally underfunded.
Yeah. It's on the books. It's just not filled in.
And
I mean, there's a heading for it.
Atticus, what is your trait?
My trait is
talent.
oratory. I do attempt to do winger speeches to bring the group together when we're in truly dire times, like when we have to file taxes or when the police officers come out and make fun of us. Someone has to help band together the group.
Oh man, that's good. So yeah, so you're a master speaker. Okay.
I mean, I like to think that I am. Whether I actually am or not, we'll see.
Awesome. All right, and Riga.
And due to my exceptional acting talent and performance, I am, of course, a master of disguise.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to fool some eldritch horrors.
Oh my god.
Hello, fellow eldritch horror. I am one of you. Look at my tentacle.
Let me undulate.
7 dimensions.
I spent
How was
4
Cthulhu
years in
today?
Spain learning how to undulate from the octopi that washed up on the beaches.
It's all in the tentacles.
I love it. Awesome. Okay. So, cool.
Oh, and because I'm a classically trained actor, I will, of course, be donning this.
You're still a good director.
Classically trained.
Fantastic.
Okay, we're 2 away from an all-hat stream.
Yeah, I promised I had earlier. It took me a second to find it.
I don't own any hats, so
At the break, I'll look for
Sorry.
yeah. I actually do not own any hats. So
If anyone's wondering why you need to own a hat like this in Australia, the answer is you don't. You will never use it, except on a stream like this.
Oh. I thought it was a
Just FYI, I use this on the street all the time. You never know when you might need a wizard hat.
Well, no, I mean, if I